I would like to have a little introduction about movement meditation, about energy dance, about stress-free living, and about joy as well. And what I find really interesting, so when we are young, we are free spirit, yes, we're very joyful, we are not restricted, we are not rigid or hard or tight, we don't overthink, you know, we're very much in the flow of what we want to do, unless our parents stop us. And as time goes by, we go to school, we start to get the rules of how we should behave, and all these labels and all these conditionings which become a belief system integrated within us. And as we grow up, we forget our inner child. We forget our lightness of being. You know, we contract and we become like hard, you know, because we start to overthink, and all these labels and conditionings throughout our upbringing, without knowing, leaves an impact on us. There's many labels that we believe they are real, unless and until we see them, and then you can simply unhook that reality, which is not actually real. So then as we grow even older, like teenage years, it's the rebellious phase, you know, where from that restricted maybe childhood as we're growing up, then it's the phase of maybe night clubbing and drinking alcohol, you know, maybe experimenting with some drugs as well. Many teenagers nowadays experiment a lot with drugs. And I mean, what is the reason for that, apart for experimentation and exploration? It is also because of when there's a restriction or suppression, then there is the opposite reaction. And the opposite reaction is to go completely the opposite way. And this is where then we bring fun, we bring joy, freedom, through being unconscious, maybe with alcohol or with drugs. And for majority of humanity, that is normal. Yes, that is normal. This is life. This is how it goes. We see it around us everywhere, and we believe that this is normal. Okay? So it's like that phase, and then, you know, we grow up and then we become very serious, you know, because we graduate university, or maybe then we get married and we have children, and then we have a lot of things to take care of, you know, and then life becomes serious. And then life becomes heavy because we feel that we are carrying a lot on our shoulders. Yeah, does this ring a bell somewhere? And so, bit by bit, our inner child becomes further and further and further away from us. And this is why I truly see like a very big benefit of like introducing and also bringing a lot in my sessions dance, because dance allows us to connect with the inner child to connect with that freedom and lightness of being, connects us with joy, connects us with fun and playfulness, no matter the age. The age is just another concept, of I'm this age and I shouldn't do this or that, But the more aliveness, joyful, lightness of being you keep ignited within you, the younger, the more happy, the more joyful you will actually live. So everyone, in a way, strives to live in joy, So by applying certain maybe practices and in this case dance, very easily you will see the shift, and maybe you also already know when you hear a song, one of your favorite songs, instantly, your mood changes. So even if you think of a moment when you're so excited and joyous and so positive in life, and integrating more of that openness, less of judgment to yourself, because at the end you're only judging yourself and you're only restricting yourself. So at the end it all comes down to you. And the more openness, the more you have these keys, to open new ways to live in a light way of being. So also through conscious dance, meaning we're not going to get drunk and then feel free to dance, okay? We will dance or move the body in a conscious way with yourself. And I know that already this creates maybe uncomfortability, maybe nervous system already reacting and tightening up, maybe some shyness, maybe some concern about yourself, how am I going to look, can be 1,000 things that the mind can pop up even right now and say, no, this is not for me. No, I'm this or I'm that, But that's the mind speaking. Yes? So as even Minda was speaking yesterday, leave your mind outside the door. For conscious dance, one doesn't need mind. We bypass the mind to connect with a deeper self, to connect with a sense of freedom of movement, to connect with a sense of freedom of expression. We lack expression. Maybe we're afraid, maybe there's some fear that someone can judge us if we express our authentic self. Because this might seem to be a dance. Yes, it could be fun, and yes, it will be joyous and light, but deeper, there's a lot of psychological exercises happening at the same time. Okay, so the invitation to the session of today is whatever arises even from this moment of restriction, all right, of your nervous system tightening, yeah? Even in that moment, try to step further behind and bring more softness in your space. So no matter if your nervous system says yes or no, you see the nervous system is always speaking through what you still have maybe hooked in your nervous system. So as we live our life, the nervous system is always yes, no, contracting or softening and expanding. It's always going like this. Okay? So in these moments, even if there's some tightness, you say, yes, sure, that is here. Or if your mind comes in, yes, sure, that is there. But you can always step a bit more behind into a bigger space, into a soft space of your own self, which is always closer to you, and it's a place within you that you can create to feel safe. To feel safe within you. Because this has nothing to do with the other. It has all to do with you and your own response to yourself. Yeah, to yourself. So it's like many times we see how, and even a simple practice can also reflect to us how restricted or how limited our mind keeps us in. And during these practices, yes, one might feel is being pushed a bit into some uncomfortability, but if you remain in openness and softness to yourself, you will overcome whatever restricts you in any moment in time. In any moment in time. So that is really beautiful to see how you can soften in the midst of any contraction, in the midst of any limitation. To soften in the midst of any negative thought. So it's always about you softening and you softening to soften any resistance within you. That is like the full introduction of movement meditation.